Hello and welcome to. We haven't got a name for this yet.
That's hoping, a great name.
Yeah, we haven't got a name for this yet. I'm hoping that Randy can illuminate you guys on what this is.
Yeah, hello guys. Welcome back to the What's Good channel, first and foremost. Yep. This is being uploaded, we think, on the day and the time where the regular What's Good will go out. However, all the Troops boys went to Vegas. Woo, we had a great time. Or we all fell out. It's not happened yet. Don't know yet, but we might all fall out.
JJ's in extreme debt because he gambled the whole stock of Prime away.
Yeah, he's going to give it a good go, I'll tell you that for sure. Wait, Jack, you also just didn't even get me there. That's all right, though. So we've got Jack.
Sorry, I was moving this arm.
Why? Leave it on your mouth. No?
I was moving it towards me.
Oh, right. Got you.
I was going to comment on something that Kon said there.
Sure.
Yeah, he made a verbal slip up. Anyway, continue.
Sorry. Yeah, so guys, we are filming another podcast in the What's Good universe on the What's Good channel. It's lower effort, but in a good way. It's more chill, more vibes. We've got no notion, we've got no notes what we're doing. We're just going to be chatting. It's predominantly going to be John and I, but we've got Kon here today. Let's get a quick woo on Kon.
Can it just always be us three?
Yeah, honestly, if you want to, it can be that.
You can't have a percentage, though.
Yeah, you can't have a percentage.
You
that's
can.
Fine.
Oh, that's so great.
I'll just come for vibes.
You also can get a percentage, but
hang out.
Long story short, we're taking clips off the main channel now, as you guys know. So now we've got some more space to fill it with other kind of content. Also, it's just nice to have a bit more. We've got a new set now. We can change the lights. We can change the color. We've lowered the lights for this one, so let us know if you like that. Sorry. And the point is not less care, but more relaxing vibes to be able to speak your mind a little bit more, I guess.
Also, if you have any ideas for names, we're interested in hearing those. I wanted to do What's Bad.
We can do that. So either What's Good After Dark, just After Dark on the What's Good channel, After Dark, or What's Bad. We could do What's Bad. Obviously, it'll probably be a different audio page, just follow as well. So if you're watching this on a different audio page, give it 5 stars on that, leave it a like. But yeah, I feel like I've given that a bad intro, but that's the whole point, isn't it?
That's the point.
Yeah.
We should do horror stories or scary stories, true crime stuff as well.
Okay.
Like the podcast it could just be...
We've never done it.
Like a book club,
Yeah,
right?
we've never done conspiracy stories, but I think it's for a reason, because they're kind of like all hoon.
Yeah, but we can do that now.
No,
you don't care
I don't
about
have
this.
a problem with like conspiracy stories, but the problem is that like... you know magicians? I'm always like, when they do a trick, I just don't care, because I know it's not real.
But they care and they put their heart and soul.
I know,
and
that's why I fake it. I'm like, oh my god, that was amazing. I just couldn't care.
Wait, you don't even appreciate sleight of hand?
I appreciate sleight of hand. No, I appreciate it, but like I've got something wrong with my head where I'm like, if I can't get the authenticity from it, I'm just like, what's the point? So same with conspiracy stories, because I don't know the outcome. I hate documentaries. I hate watching like a Netflix documentary. You get to the end and there's no result because it's ongoing. It's real life.
You don't even enjoy the journey of seeing why people think this way or all the weird shit.
No, I do. Of course I enjoy
You're
that.
telling me you're not interested in Joe Exotic's life right now in prison?
No. I
love conspiracy?
Tiger King, right?
No, he's just saying he doesn't like documentaries that are still current.
Yeah, that was annoying. Making a Murderer was really annoying. I was so gripped on that one, and it got to the end, and I was like, well, what happened then? And also that Serial podcast, I don't know if you ever heard that, Adnan Syed, was it? Who was in jail in Baltimore. That's a good listen to, by the way, if you want to listen to a good podcast, that's it. But then it's real, so like there's no finale, there's no end point.
I've been listening, while we're on the topic of good podcasts, and I don't usually listen to podcasts, but I got into one through an ad. So I listened to Rainn Wilson's podcast called Dark Air.
For those who don't know, Rainn Wilson's the guy out of The Office.
Yeah, narrated by Terry Carnation. And then he did an ad for another podcast from the CBS network or whatever, and it's called Let's Write a Sci-Fi. And they take 3 comedians and they make them write a sci-fi series, and it's just fucking funny because they're comedians, right? They're trying to come up with something serious. As they're trying, they just say silly stuff, and it's funny.
Sick.
And then through it, as the episodes progress, they get people from like Hollywood and producers to give them feedback about their new script.
Not to cut you short, but are you suggesting that between the 3 of us, we have anywhere near the same amount of talent?
I'm just saying, if you guys want to listen to an interesting podcast, that would be one of them.
Okay, cool.
And then by episode 7, they produce it, and you get to hear their story.
Nice.
And it's sick.
Nice, yeah.
It's just like being a fly on a wall in a creative process that I have a passion in because I'm in the film industry.
You are in the film industry.
Best thing you can do in all this stuff is just be yourself, So if we're doing a podcast, how can it best suit us, Or how can it best suit the individual person? That's why John always says, why do we not talk about more edgier stuff on the What's Good podcast? And there's obviously a number of reasons. Number one, I guess,
Monetization.
No, but more also, like, say, this is not Simon's same main thing. He's obviously involved in his own stuff and Sidemen, and he don't want to have the potential to get cancelled. Nor do I really. I mean, I care less about. I don't care as much as he does about. I should care, but I don't care.
What you're saying is it affects more than your thoughts on this.
No, John understands that. John gets that.
No, I get it. Yeah, and plus you are opening yourself up to fuss. Like, there's loads of topics that, I mean, to speak on topics you don't know everything about is also.
That's the other one. The other thing, Sam and I don't know a lot of like opinions. We don't have massive opinions on certain political things. There's just no point. But also, what I'm trying to say is that it's just not us. It's not our style. Two mates want to just chat and blow off steam after like all the filming and everyone does. It's like the last thing you want to do is chat about politics, or any stuff like that.
I do have one political question for the pair of you though that I do think is interesting. Okay, but it's not going to be divisive.
Sure.
Do you think you could name more US presidents or more UK prime ministers?
US presidents, for sure.
I mean, I'm interested to find out, but Kon, I think you're going to have a rough day. You're going to have a rough day.
Those who don't know, Kon is neither British or American. No, he's actually not. Completely Russian.
We only have one president.
We only have
the entire.
Why do you say that's so Russian?
One president for a long time.
Yeah, we've had one president, so we didn't have to memorize.
And it's a good one.
That's a debatable topic for sure. He's been there a while. That's what you can say about it.
Sure. He's consistent, and he's not an embarrassment.
How many
like Boris?
How many prime ministers can you
Thatcher,
name?
Blair.
Yeah. Oh.
Tony Robinson wasn't.
Tony Robinson.
Tommy Robinson.
Tony Robinson isn't Tony Robinson the creator of the drink?
He wasn't one, but
no, he's like the leader of the EDL. Tommy Robinson.
Nigel Farage.
He was not a prime minister.
Fuck off.
No. He was the leader of UKIP, which was like a UK.
But
UK independence.
I recognise him from all the Nico vids.
Yes, he's
so he's the guy who took the piss of EDL, NDL, right? No, or is that Tommy?
Tommy Robinson, all them lot.
Yeah, I'm useless.
What about US presidents?
You got. I want to say Roosevelt. Just.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's two Roosevelts. Which is interesting.
Franklin Roosevelt.
Yeah.
We got Trump, Biden, Bush, Obama.
Mate, you're stacked. You're stacked. I'm
then
impressed.
You got Lincoln.
You don't generally give a shit about this kind of thing, do you?
Nah.
Yeah, you're not fussed at all.
I feel like I can't impact anything political to the point where real change is done because all the decisions are already made for us.
That's fair.
I hate listening to all these squabbles and debates about politics because all of these people putting in such effort about it, they're not making any change.
How do you think you learn all these names though? Because again, for someone who doesn't
through
give a shit,
films,
Simpsons.
I was going to say through
Hollywood.
Simpsons is big
Simpsons,
for it.
Back to the Future.
When I go to Disney, when I used to be married, I'm still married. When I used to be in a living relationship, we used to go to Disney World.
Wait, sorry, did you just say when I used to be in a loving relationship?
We'll skip past it.
Well, I'm separated. Do you get that?
No, I know. It's just that was deep.
Kirsty and Laura are good friends.
I know.
This obviously still can be. It's not.
I like her as well. Like, can I be friends with her?
Laura, you can be friends with Laura. One of us has to be.
Mate, that's what being an adult is about, mate.
No, listen. What I was going to say is we used to go to Disney World in Epcot. Is it Epcot? Yeah, Epcot. No. Oh my god, I can't remember now. One of the kingdoms. Yeah, there's a president's show, and it's really bad. Yes. But as in, like, there's no reason for me to go to it. But it's like nostalgic to Disney. You go there and they sit all of them down. And they all come out one by one. That's how I've heard
it's not been updated in a while. Like it's pretty like it's still the same way.
I think it has been updated, but I haven't seen the updated version.
See, the reason I asked this question anyway was because I have a feeling that most British people would be able to name more US presidents than prime ministers. Because I think we're more Americanized than
they are. Well, yeah. I mean, that's why a lot of Americans are said to be ignorant because they don't know anything about
anywhere else. Yeah.
But also, I don't blame them for that because their country's so big, they don't need to. Like, I'd say in the other way, the other way around is probably more pressing. Like, it's weird that we know so much about them. But that's because Hollywood, movies, TV shows, they just make more. They make more stuff. I feel
like a bit of our culture's shifting their way a bit more now. I feel like UK street slang has become more popular.
And you've got like Ed Sheeran and that, Adele, most huge world pop stars are British,
True.
I know Dua Lipa, I know she has a heritage as well, but it's British, from England as well. So
a lot of actors as well. People don't know. People are often surprised to find out that people are
like who?
I'm trying to think. No, I haven't got any good examples. There's loads. There's been some.
Well, Adele's very typically British because she sounds so.
Sorry, not artist, an actor. So there's a lot of big British artists.
House. MD,
that's the one that Americans are shocked by.
Yeah,
because
British too.
House,
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is British. Well, he's Scottish. Bale's British.
Yeah. Oh, I've got one.
No, he's Welsh. British. Welsh. There you go. Right.
He he plays Batman's assistant. He's the old dude.
What, Michael Caine?
Everyone
Michael
knows
Caine.
Michael Caine's British. No one shot the...
No.
one thinks he's American.
One of the most famous
saying-
English people of all time.
I'm saying famous British people that have crossed to America to a very popular place.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair.
What
But
are
a
you
lot-
guys talking about?
Well, I think primarily a lot of English actors still do like American accents in films. They don't normally go for a British accent. It's normally a British person playing an American actor.
Oh,
But that example, House is great.
This one that Simon did not care about blew my mind. Is Bridget Jones is American?
Renee Zellweger.
Yeah.
What?
She's American.
So Bridget, yeah. Obviously, yeah. The actor is American from Houston. From Katie, Houston, Texas.
I did
Katie.
not know that.
Which is really annoying because she's so quintessentially British.
Yeah.
Her character is meant to be British, and it really annoys me because I would say no one's more British than Bridget Jones.
That's funny to me, the idea of you sitting down and watching Bridget
Oh
Jones.
man, you know, I just did that when I said that no one is more British than Bridget Jones, and waited for your guys' opinion. It reminds me of those kids who sit on TikTok doing podcasts, and all the comments are like, you know, let's start a podcast. I feel like we've just done that.
Yeah, but this is what it was always going to be like, wasn't it?
Sure.
I mean, did you expect anything else?
Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
look at the background.
John,
Look at
put
the
the wide on
background.
real quick for the people. John said, "Oh, we're already gonna have what's good up there," because I forgot that the background is what's good, so we had to quickly just think on our feet and then create that little picture there.
I look like I'm being forced into a friendship.
You kind of have been forced to do this podcast today. I told Kon he was going on what's good. I didn't.
No.
really.
You always said, but without Simon, it might not even go live.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it without Simon. I just said it's the one that John and I want to do.
We didn't even plan a time for this. We done that classic thing that guys do. It's like, hey, you want to hang out today? And we just all meet at the same location
I will
at
say,
the same time.
I actually sacked off something for you guys, just so you know.
Yeah?
Just to give you some points.
How point is it?
Yeah,
Is
so
it something to
Freezy's
do with
filming a
your
new
Pokemon
video. Say what?
Is it something to do with the Pokemon business?
No. Well, no. It's
Because if
actually
you sack something off with that, we know it's fine because it's at the end of the day, your staff's gone home.
no. It's so Freezy's filming a YouTube video, and it was we were going to go to Salt Bay's restaurant.
Ooh,
And I turned that down just to chat to you guys, by the way. So
Really?
yeah, no, but I wanted to
You're
do-
actually turning down. Can I go instead?
Yeah,
Because you're turning down some banging steak, bro.
and instead I went to Idris Elba's one on Monday.
Are you not spoiling his video? When's this video?
We actually spoke about Idris Elba's one in my vlog. Cal, I will say, Freezy, whenever I'm doing vlog stuff and I'm vlogging in a video, so I'm in Freezy's video or I'm doing something related to his video and I'm vlogging, I say, oh, sorry about this. He goes, no. Not only can I film it, he also says, I'll tell you what I'm doing. He doesn't really keep it a secret, which makes sense because also...
love that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Sidemen's a different kettle of fish because it's so big. 5 million views can spoil stuff here and there. But I guess the thought process is that we're all making content, so it's and also these days the algorithm is so fine tuned that it'll do well or it won't do well. My vlog won't probably make things better. I see on comments now, people will say, "Oh, come here from Randy's vlog."
I feel like Freezy's he's really good at banter and wit and jabbing at people, but he's ultimately super supportive.
He's very. He struggles. Well, he doesn't struggle. He just is openly not caring. He's not good at the, his friend saying, "Are you okay? How are you doing?" All that. But he'll do things in actions. To be fair, a lot of the boys have been like that, especially with me in my little turmoil session that I'm having.
little turmoil.
Yeah. They've helped a lot by speaking with their actions rather than their words, which is nice. I think that's what guys do best,
Yeah, no, that's a real friend. That's how you know.
Yeah.
Less than making a show of it, more doing it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. How quickly, right now, if I asked you to, how quickly could you get drugs?
Drugs. Oh, God. John was like, before this one, he's like, "Oh, what can we talk about today? Can I talk about drugs?" And I was like, "Sure."
I'm just interested because
quickly
as someone who's never ever done any drugs.
Well, not very. Probably pretty quick. I have no links to anybody, but I think these days with online, I could probably just order some.
Let's phrase it as someone set you.
Our location right now, I see people pull up and just do exchanges in the open.
True. Okay, let's say you don't have the comfort of knowing, we got the crackheads outside who have it freely available. That's a luxury we can afford here.
Okay.
But someone dear to you is that situation, right? And then you have to do this, right? You have to get hold of some crack. How are you going about it?
I don't know, but what I will say is, even though we can talk about anything on here, remember we don't want to demonetize anything because also it could affect the main one.
Okay.
When you said, "Can we talk about drugs?" I think you meant have you ever smoked weed? Not where can you buy crack from?
No, I mean,
there's a big difference.
I mean, theoretically.
Hypothetical situation.
I'm in a hypothetical situation.
No, but it's not hypothetical.
All right, so you're writing a sci-fi novel.
Yeah.
Your main character is on a planet.
It don't work like that. I can't go. Well, I'm not going to give an example.
They're trying to buy some food.
What? What's the point in it? I'll say to you.
Uranus.
Okay, here's my question to you about edgy stuff. What is the point? Because I don't mind if you've got something that's going to add to the conversation or it's going to be cool. And I'm sure people out there care about this, and I care about it as well. But I like to be very safe with things. And I don't care about this. Any repercussions from this podcast, right. But if this was to get a strike or if this was demonetized, what's good? And I have to say, Mr. Simon, this podcast that you spend all your time doing, which is a very nice favour for us all, we fucked it.
Let's have a moment where we give the audience a 5-second countdown, and once the countdown ends, they're going to say out loud where they think they can get the best deal from.
Guys, John's question.
Join in.
So now the audience, you know what I did in my vlog yesterday? I sneeze. And then I said, thank you, because I know that someone watching it is going to go, bless you.
You'd hope so. Yeah. You'd hope so. Otherwise, it's really fucking sad.
Yeah.
Bless you.
But we can avoid. Look. The reason I think I like edgy questions. I mean, that's the best kind of content to watch, no? Because it's like, mate, it's standard conversations about just
what's
general
edgy
things.
that you watch?
Because I watch a lot. Me and Maddie watch a lot of comedian stuff. So comedians are always on the edge. That's what makes the best comedians. Is they're always on the edge of what's okay to talk about.
Yeah. Switch the camera off me. I'm too self-conscious. I've got nothing to contribute now. Right. Thank you.
If my right, listen. Okay, if I did a podcast and it was if this right here was our podcast, which it is, but like it was just on its own channel, I would not care about it at all.
No,
when I'm doing something that's on behalf of somebody else or someone else involved, I hate doing something that would let someone else down.
Fair enough. All right, I've got another question for you.
Yeah.
What's your favourite genre of Reels/TikTok?
I know exactly where this is going because we had a half an hour conversation.
Yeah.
Like when you were eating,
sure.
We talked about masturbating for a whole half an hour.
Yeah. I feel like that was John getting off his chest what he would like to speak on the podcast.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you just sort of sat there in silence, eating your food.
Yeah.
You're like, yep. He's going to get this all out of his system, and he's not going to bring it up on the main podcast.
Yeah, people really love when people talk about the podcast they're on and they're judging it at the same time, guys, by the way. But yeah. Yes, what is your favourite genre of Instagram Reels?
Push through with this.
/TikToks.
I'm here for you.
I like the ones with disabled kids.
With disabled kids?
Yeah, and what I really like, I like finding a reel where the comments are turned off. Because then I know I find like a rare find, because they've got so much hate that that's turned the comments off. I love them ones. Yeah, so I send that to JJ.
You send them kind of things to JJ. How does he respond?
Comments off, laugh.
For fuck's sake.
So, for example, there's a kid in a wheelchair who went off for like a diving board, and then to land on. The idea is that he lands on a half pipe, and he just falls and fails, and just like doesn't die.
Looks like a rag.
Yeah, but then there's a good part of this. The second part is where he actually lands it. So it's not. I'm not like making fun of people.
He's a trier then.
Yeah, it's kind of inspirational at the same time.
Instagram Reels are the best though because the comments are so crazy. They're going to fix it one day.
And they're not the same on TikTok?
No,
TikTok
you
are more
can,
toxic.
No, it's less.
See?
Is it?
TikTok comments
they're
are
more
less
funny.
TikTok comments are like more moderated, whereas on Instagram you can literally say what you want.
Is any of the clips from today going to be TikTok potential? Or are we just keeping this on YouTube?
Well,
I don't know if I'm ready to be exposed.
Maybe this one will have it on because there's no what's good this week.
I'm surprised you don't have a TikTok.
I do have a TikTok. When I see TikTok comments look very toxic.
Mate, just
my question for you, Kon, is put it on blast a little bit. I feel like when we turn the podcast on, you kind of like change your style of talking a little bit.
How?
Like you go more shy.
I am a bit more.
Con's
shy
more of a
right
good
now.
boy on camera.
No, you
Definitely.
are. Yeah. No. I'm not. No. I don't mean good or bad. I mean like more your mannerisms.
Oh, okay. I do feel a bit more shy, and it's something I'm working on.
Yeah, I think you become.
I'm not trying to put you on blast.
Natural. I'll get more natural eventually.
I think you become a bit more cute. You try and be all cute.
You get really cute and quiet. You get quiet.
Okay.
Whereas you should have heard what you're saying off camera. No, but no, you can relax. But also you do it on YouTube video as well because you know I think that always irks me a little bit
when I do my ad reads.
Yeah, but you say video.
When do I?
You say this video is sponsored by.
Yeah, true. You know why you hear that? Because I recorded that when I was ill, and I just reused the same.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Nice. So it's the same one.
So I was like, "There's video."
Yeah, but I also forget that you're actually just not even English. No, in the sense of like you're not at all. Like,
I wonder what my life.
When did you move here?
Like.
Okay, when
did
you
I was
move?
6 years old.
Yeah,
right?
6. So your accent is.
My mum had 2 choices: either go to France.
I'm so glad she chose England.
Yeah, or it was England. And we ended up in England. So imagine a French version of me.
I'd hate that.
Done some sick French gangster rap.
You know, I reckon if you did live a life in France, you wouldn't have picked up videography. I think you'd be a street graffitier.
Really?
Graffiti artist. Yeah, you've seen that kind of vibe.
Sorry, what was the point? Why did she decide England? What was the thing?
I don't know. Probably something legal.
Legal or illegal?
In terms of ability to go to
England was letting in everyone. So that's how I ended up.
Okay,
here.
cool.
So, yeah.
Or does she really just hate like croissants?
It's not at 6
She
years
prefers
old. I don't
baked
think I
beans.
could make that decision, Randy.
Is she?
Yeah, she probably really hated croissant.
No, I'm not saying like, it's not like you are literally just completely Russian, aren't you?
Yeah, both my parents are Russian.
That's really sick.
Mate, he didn't even learn English before coming here. He learned English here.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I learned. It was really weird. So I remember a moment in primary school where I was like trying to learn English. First of all, I found it very baffling. Everyone was sitting on the floor. There was no like chairs. In Russia, everybody gets a chair.
Are you talking about assembly or in lessons?
In lessons. Bro, they made us sit on the
Year
carpet.
4. I feel
year
like
2.
in primary school you do sit on the floor, right?
Year
a lot.
2, they made me sit on the
year
carpet.
2.
It's
Maybe
weird.
Yeah, maybe it's like really early. Like
And we were they were reading Roald Dahl, James and the Giant Peach. I found it really interesting, the fact that I could understand.
You could just understand straight because I was going to say, how long did you not know what the fuck was going on? Were you just sitting there like?
No.
I went to school in Turkey once for a week or a few days
because I had on.
No, what?
to get your hair done.
Yeah, when I was like 6. My parents thought, "Oh, your hair's awful, mate."
Collapsed, bro.
No, I was on holiday.
Our kid's got a dead hairline. Let's take
My
him
dad
to
used to
Turkey.
do work with someone in Turkey, and we went to visit their family for a week, and it was in school time, so they could all go have adult fun. Well, not sex.
I mean, you don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Swingers
I
party.
don't
know, you
confirm
don't
that. Yeah, but no, they went over there and left me at school, and I remember just playing football in the garden, but I had no idea, obviously, what was going on because I speak no
so
Turkish.
rogue that they sent you to a Turkish
Yeah,
school.
but I
What
should
was the
really.
point?
You know what? I feel like life would be a bit better for me if I stayed in that Turkish school.
You've got Turkish features like the
I
bushy
know.
eyebrows.
Thank you. When I go, what I do.
I don't know if that
When
was
I
a
go to Turkey, they
compliment,
always
but you're
think I'm
welcome.
Turkish, you know, and especially if my beard gets as big as it is right now, then yeah. Anyway, sorry, I've just completely.
You are hairy, Don.
I'm very hairy, by the way. You should see everything else.
was there
I
a
had
period?
lessons in Russian. In Russia, in Russia, I had lessons, but they were like
English lessons.
Yeah, I had English lessons in a Russian school.
Okay.
No, they were like after, like my mum would take me there in order to like.
She knew.
Yeah, she knew that the transition was going to happen. So I remember being in primary school, knowing a couple of words here and there, and I remember being on the playground, and I'm pointing on the floor. There's a gutter, like a drain, and in Russian, it's called lyuk. And this girl came next to me, and she was like, "Look," and I'm like, she's telling me to look at something, and I'm like, no. Look, and I'm pointing down on like a guy. So both of us it's like those weird little moments, and me not understanding the process of stuff. It was like I was expected to know, that lunch queue was there, and I have to. There was like,
But there was no queuing at school in Russia.
no, that's not what I'm saying. Like I was expected to know the process of the running day of what happens in that school.
How long did it take to click?
Being as a new kid.
Yeah.
How long is I don't know. I got chucked out of that school because apparently I threw a rock at some kid's head.
What do you mean,
And
apparently?
I
Yeah, apparently.
You got kicked out.
allegedly, yes.
Wow.
I got into a
Naughty
big
boy.
argument there and had to leave that school because I got accused of assault.
I mean, it sounds like you did. I reckon you did.
It was
I reckon
only
you
year
did.
like 2 or 3 as well. So
How fluent are you in Russian still?
Я умею говорить по-русски.
That's so cool.
I probably this is the typical thing, right? When I'm in Russia, I'm not Russian anymore.
Right.
When I'm in UK, I'm not British. It's like
No, but
I
I think
suffer
you're
from
British.
that.
You're
If
British
you,
at this
if
point.
you met someone who didn't know you were Russian, I think they wouldn't have any.
Okay, but
From your name.
if I was in Russia now,
Yeah,
because my skills are going down because I don't speak Russian to many people.
I get that side.
They can tell like, oh, like where are you from?
Yeah, I get
You
that.
know,
Yeah.
because I'll forget words. I'll stumble. I'm not able to read fluent. I'm not able.
Do you now speak Russian with an English accent to them?
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I hate that, and I can feel it slipping away from me. So I have to keep practicing it. I want to be able to pass down my knowledge to my future generation as well.
Are you gonna have a kid?
When I have a kid, yeah,
Are you gonna?
I'd like to. Yeah,
When?
I think I'd like to. I don't know. So we're getting married end of this year,
Oh,
September,
Yeah.
and
What day?
we are getting eloped in Vegas.
I was going to say, have you said that online?
I was going to say, you just announced that.
I've been saying it on vlogs here and there.
Okay,
but
cool.
Have you ever said the date and the place at the same time?
Yeah, maybe you should not do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, I don't want to edit this one, man.
Yeah, so you're going to have to edit the date, I reckon.
Did I say the date already?
Yes, you said the date, yeah.
And where?
What are you
as well.
saying? He just said it a second fucking
Did you
time.
say it again?
You were about to give the venue as well.
He was actually.
Couple in Vegas.
Stop, man!
The date
idiot.
and the venue.
Well, hold on. What's the? Hold on. What is the problem if someone was there? That'd probably be quite cool.
No,
Probably-
If any fan goes to see his wedding, that's pretty cool.
You just don't want to edit it out.
I don't,
He doesn't want any friends or family going to see his wedding.
Yeah,
It'll be a shame for them to interrupt the moment because we're going to have a photographer couple. They're going to take like some cool videos of us walking down the street,
Photographer
going
couple?
into the desert. Yeah, they're a couple.
You've chosen them to be a couple, or what?
No, they're already a couple.
Right.
One of them does video, one of them does photography.
So you're telling me
you, just you
two.
Just you and Kirsty.
a copy and
Is that some weird fetish or something?
It's a copy and paste of me and Kirsty, but an American version, and they do like wedding stuff. So
Yeah.
I was speaking on Kirsty for now. I know she's your bride to be and everything, but how did you feel about the thermal imaging that was
Well,
used?
hold on. I've got a theory on this. So if
Sick.
you guys didn't know, they had a thermal drone for the Sidemen video, and it went around saying that it showed her thong, but it didn't, though, did it?
It just showed her whole ass. That's what it showed.
No. I think it's just like
it's a hard thing not to miss.
It's a what?
She's got a big ass.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Did you not see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
She posted it on her story.
But I thought it wasn't like. I think it's just the way it looks. I don't think it actually is what everyone
no,
thinks
it is. She was wearing.
Yeah, you completely see a thong, like 100%.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it. I didn't study it for long, but
The
it was
reason
pretty
it is,
apparent.
No, you
she's
didn't-
wearing leggings and she's wearing a thong.
Right.
And the way thermal cameras work, right, is if there's extra material or blocking from your skin radiating heat, it will show up a different color.
So we were just wearing too thick clothes then. She was wearing thinner clothes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
she's wearing
cool.
thinner clothes.
I wasn't sure if that was real or
and
not.
the other bit was thicker. Like if you zoom in on some penises as well, you'll see that
Shit.
there's like different colors there as well.
That's kinda cool.
So it's
Oh, no.
Wait, who did you zoom in on?
I don't know who they
Is
were.
it 4K?
Let's
Can you send me the footage?
We should get the picture. Yeah, I've got the drone 4K footage.
I've been for a long time now trying to figure out who's got the biggest dick in like the Sidemen Troops gang.
Yeah. What ain't you
Should we do a tier
seen,
list?
like half of them?
No, I've only seen one.
I think I've listened to a podcast where you already discussed this.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. Innovate, but this is different this time because you got to add to contention. You've got Danny Aarons. You've got Arthur T. Well, on that video.
Oh, no, I don't care about that.
Yeah, but they're in the. But mate, that's the thermals would have exposed. all
Sure.
this.
Actually, no, I don't want it anymore. I think the thing is, like with like friend groups penises, I don't want to see like my good friends I want to see, but I don't want to see like I don't want to see Danny Aaron's dick.
You want to see? Sorry, this
When
you
you
want
wanna
to see
see
everyone
your-
else's.
I want to do a video where we compare cock sizes.
When you want to see your friends' penises, do you imagine seeing them
Hard.
flaccid?
No,
or
no.
hard?
Who wants to see it? No one ever wants to see a flaccid dick, man.
No?
It's not a thing.
Sometimes, is it just me? Also, different segue. On a plane, like your cock just swells up a lot more.
When I'm driving,
It's just fucking
Well,
when you're driving.
I'm driving, not swell. I just get boners when I'm driving.
No, I'm not talking about boners.
It figures the vibrations.
I'm
That's
not
what's
talking
doing
I
it.
about
think I'm so
boners.
bored for so long. Yeah,
Not talking about boners here. I'm like, I think the air pressure does something to my penis.
yeah, of course. It just
fucking fleshes up. It's
stomach as well. It's harder to
it's
like.
just the weight of it. Just
So you're saying you got like an airtight cock, and then when it goes, it just maintains and it just.
I don't know what happens, but 30,000 feet up in the sky, like a big Cumberland sausage. Down here, it's like a little sushi roll.
Hang on, I need to clarify something from Randy. You said you want to see all these penises, right?
Yeah.
Are you saying you want to see them in person, or do you want to see pictures of them?
Or do you want to feel the heat of them radiating on your lips?
I don't mind about
Because again, you're seeing them hard, right? That's qualified.
Okay,
that.
let me clarify. It shouldn't be a video, but I think as a little group activity just to break the ice. Maybe in Vegas it'll happen.
To break the ice.
Yeah,
Have
like-
you not broken the ice at this
No,
point?
we have, but like, say for a night out, everyone's like free drinks, whatever, and no one's really up for it. I'm like, let's get our cocks out.
Let's get him. Yeah.
Although, yeah, there's one thing that's happened with Vegas, that the change I mentioned to you before the podcast. So I'm not sure if I actually can say that at this point, but that's quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah. That'll be.
There
sad
are
when it comes out.
stories about this person saying what he's gone through already.
Yeah.
Oh, online.
Yeah, he's
posted
posted
some
on his story. Yeah.
Oh, banging. Well,
For fuck's sake.
okay, not banging. Let
Cheers.
me
Nice one.
let me look for it. Sorry, guys, I've been so busy today. Okay, look at my stories. Okay, just want to let you guys know on Monday I suffered a life-threatening asthma attack. Yeah, so Behz has obviously. So, do you know Sidemen Shoot? You guys will know more about it.
Yeah.
I was there.
Suffered the asthma attack. Yeah, and obviously now he can't go to Vegas, which is obviously makes sense.
Yeah, I'll check and see if we can even talk about the video because we have some theories on why he's ended up.
Well,
as
let's
sick as
not
he
do
is.
that. This is not a clip about like what happened to Behz. Go and check out his story and
Yeah.
or whatever. But I'm saying like, unfortunately, he's not going to make it to Vegas, which is really sad because I like when we as like a group go out and do stuff. It's always nice when it's just a group. You know, not just a group. I'm saying if someone's missing, you can feel that a lot. You know. Which I think in most friend groups is like, right?
Voice who's very present. Like,
yeah, he's such a vibe. He's like, you know, he could have been someone else. And you know, I'm just joking.
I can imagine him carrying a night out. Like,
yeah, he's just laughing away and stuff.
Like, plus that shit is scary. I don't have asthma or anything like that, but like just the idea of not being able to breathe and then getting. He also he's just been stuck where he is for ages as well, which just sucks.
We were chatting today in the chat about because we weren't sure if he was going to come Vegas or not. He was like, I'm going to try, but then obviously today his doctor said no, he can't. But I was laughing. Well, we were all laughing about one time in Vegas when I was there. I just smoke cigar. I don't smoke at all, but when I'm on a night out, I'll smoke a cigar or maybe like a shisha now and then, you know. And last time at Vegas, I was smoking a cigar. Then I looked to my left, and Behz was just fucking just completely. And I'm like, 'cause I'm just blowing smoke everywhere. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Behz. And I moved in a different area or put it out.
But you're responsible for taking like 20 minutes off his life, though.
Yeah.
I know.
You contributed to this a little bit.
I know, and I put it in the chat today. I was like, obviously, if you do come, no cigars, you know. And he was like, yeah, no cigars. But yeah, well, obviously now, way to make it. Sorry, guys.
It's funny.
Sorry, guys.
During the video as well, he's like gasping for air, and I'm like,
shit. Earlier on,
get your hospital one. He's like, the video.
Yeah,
let's carry on.
Yeah, he was saying that the worst part is that it was his video and he's gasped for it as well.
Literally,
It was mate. Again, it comes out after this podcast, but I think it's going to be a banger. I think it's Josh Levels because he was worried about. I think people get worried because the video.
I disagree.
Oh, okay. You don't think it's a banger?
I think the fact that there were long waiting times between activities deflated the day.
Well, I think the edit will bring it together because they don't have to see the long waiting times. It deflated the boys.
Give it to him. Everybody was top tier energy.
Yeah.
Top tier energy, despite the long travel times.
Yeah,
and there were long travel times.
Yeah, there were.
Josh being selfish.
Go on.
Wants to play golf, like simulator, and I've got a simulator in my apartment block. But he's like, oh, it's not walking distance from me though. So
tell him, mate. Tell him you Uber
Where's
him over.
Where's his next golf simulator?
Pardon?
Where's his next closest golf simulator?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Tell him to get fucked then.
Yeah. But isn't that crazy that he's expecting me to Uber to where he wants to go, but he won't Uber to where.
Oh, he does have a different option. He's got
that option is my flat, or the one that he wants to go to, but it's fully booked.
Oh well,
you know.
Oh, so actually, I think I've ended up more on Josh's side here because Josh wants to go to like a meeting point, whereas Randy's like, no, you come to my house.
Yeah, good point, Randy. Why are you selfish?
Yeah, why are you being selfish? You're prioritising your comfort. You can just fuck off
because the one's booked. I'm saying I would go to the one Josh wants me to go to if it was there. If it was not booked, and he's expecting me to go to it. But when I've given him an option that is not booked, you know.
But you're telling me it's part of your apartment's amenities that it has a golf simulator. Like people have gyms.
Yeah, but now we've said that.
Rich.
No, I'm not. I'm really the podcast viewers on What's Good will know I'm not. All I do is complain how poor I am. Then that gets clipped out and goes viral, and everyone's like, "Oh, you know, you're not poor. You're clearly da da da."
There's a couple of millionaires talking about podcasts.
The great thing is, you know, we've brought the net worth down of people who come on the podcast.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm not a millionaire.
Yeah,
you definitely, Kon definitely, you definitely have better financials than I have. That's a fact.
I don't know who's better at investing. From what I know,
investing. I've not invested in it. Well, I guess
you've got businesses.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Kon also has businesses. I think you're both pretty savvy.
I've got a couple of businesses.
You haven't uploaded a video without brand deal in how many years?
4, 5. Actually, yeah, I did. Charity Match was no brand deal because no brand could keep up with me on the upload speed. So.
Do you know?
We couldn't find one in time.
Yeah, I released that video like in the morning.
Oh, can I be real for a sec?
I'm so excited because I think I know what you're about to say.
Do you? You actually cook a lot of us in the UK scene with brand deals. And I'll tell you why, for 2 reasons, and neither of them are your fault, by the way.
Okay.
Number one, you do too much for the ads, so that when we get deals, they'll go, "Oh, can you do it like Kon did?" And I'm like, "Well, number one, no, because I'm not a filmmaker, and number two, like, it's not my style." And also, well, the other reason
they haven't got Jack writing them as well because Jack writes them.
Yeah, Jack, do you write the scripts?
Yeah.
So it's your fault.
Yeah,
it is your fault.
I did a deal with somebody recently. I won't say who it is, obviously, and I sacked it off. Because they told me to do this thing and I gave them an idea for it and they're like, okay, cool, can you script out word by word what you're saying? And I was like, no, I don't do things like that. I
have to, no?
Huh?
I feel like I have to.
No, mate, what he's saying is, and then I've heard this from one or two other YouTubers, you've brought up the levels.
Yeah,
so you get sent as an example.
But now I see those people that said that to me, because people have said that to me.
Yeah.
I see them making banging stuff now.
Oh, no, I know who you're talking about as well.
And I'm like, God damn it.
Chris D. He makes unreal ad reads.
Chris's team, Freezy, Chip.
Yeah. But no, let me clarify to the viewers, because I want to make sure no one gets this misconstrued here. No one's saying, definitely me, I'm not saying that you've ruined it because you haven't, because you do your style. But what I'm saying is, there's different ways that people can sell
a product,
right? And like my way. I remember Air Up was a good example. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, you actually filmed my house tour, and I did the one there, and I was like, I just waffle off about the way I think it works, and you can because I can because I'm better at going this is this.
Yeah, so let me tell you why I do it the way I do it. It's because I don't think I'm good at doing one takes, feeling natural and comfortable in front of the camera. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I use editing to help me to help present my points better.
And the script.
Because in my head, I can write something really, really nice. I can sit down, I can write something that has value in it, but I can't riff that off the top of my head. That's for example, when it comes to camera tutorials, I could tell you something in person off my mind, but I would have missed points. I might have not said something right. But if I write everything down and script it, and read it out.
Yeah, you're not great at ad-libbing things.
Yeah, whereas it's the opposite for me. If I have a script, I go, oh, guys, check out Air Up. It can do this, it can do that. Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, what else? Whereas I'm better at going okay, what is the product? Oh, Air Up, you can drink it. It's like water from the future.
So I've got to disguise it with fancy edits.
But what I'm saying is, it's the agency's job to go, okay, this is better suited to you, or this is better suited to you. I said to them, I will give you the call to action. So check out this, get 10% off, or whatever. I can give you that perfectly, and I'll script that. But in terms of the actual content, you don't want me to, script it out because it'll be worse.
I think in that case, it's a problem with the brand. They need to adapt to the fact that there are creators that are unique in their own ways, and that's why
brands are actually pretty good. The brand themselves are often decent at it because it's their product. It's okay, I'm trying to sell your product, and they're like, yeah, we're trying to get someone to sell our product. That is when the agency in the middle don't do their research into the brand enough or the creator enough, and you get someone middleman in it for no reason who don't care at all, and also they're going to take a big cut of it.
The reason I do ads is, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a filmmaker.
Hold on. What do you mean the reasons why I do ads?
There's a reason. What's the main reason?
What's the main reason you do ads?
No. Okay, wait. The reason I put in a lot of effort into ads.
Sorry for laughing.
Yeah, this is what I mean by I can't say things.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Go on.
Now making me and John look like pricks.
I'm hoping that my language skills can develop as the more podcasts.
You're killing it. Tell us about your filmmaking.
When I was little, I wanted to be a big-time movie director.
Yeah.
Wait, are you not that, by the way, now? I think you...
No.
Okay, go
on. I've always wanted to make ads as well. I see these fun, bright adverts on telly. Persil, dog food, ads are funny, especially in, Asian countries.
Oh, you like the funny ones?
The fun, bright ones, big budget ones, all sorts. I'm talking about all sorts. And I'm like, wow, they've done this really cool. And this product looks sick now. They've changed someone's mind about a product by using filmmaking. So
you want to know how to shill products by being a better filmmaker? Is that what you said?
And I've always seen M&S adverts, and I see the tech that goes on behind them. They're them remote control machines that drop burgers on time.
Yes,
I've never got to that level of filmmaking and being able to work on those ads. But YouTube has provided me something really special. It's provided me with the opportunity to do that myself without a big department telling me how to do it. I can do it in my own creative way. That's why I love doing them. And I work with the brands that I'm passionate with as well, or that makes sense to...
Do you?
To me as well.
Do you actually do that? Do you say no to a lot of brands?
No. I'm not. Right now, I'm not in a position. I'm not in a position to be saying no. But you know what? There's bills to pay. I have a big team as well. I've got many businesses that I run. And yeah, this brand deal stuff helps sort of fuel that whole circle.
Well, on that, Randy, I was going to say, the people that he mentions as well, like Freezy, Chip, who also are doing bigger brand deals, all have teams. That's the thing. Even back when it was me and Kon and maybe one or two other people floating around, back then he had even me to help him write brand deals. And I remember one we did was the noir one, was for the driving thing.
I had a health. Was it health? No, it was a safety drive,
That was
driving
speed
safety
awareness.
campaign, speed awareness campaign.
Cheers, Jack.
Yeah,
No worries.
it was
Beer, mate, beer.
speed awareness campaign, and they had a brief,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, this is garbage, cringe." Ugh.
Got
Yeah,
you.
it was a government-backed
And
campaign.
what, John fixed it up?
It was a government-backed campaign. So what it meant is that they have all these rules and regulations of how it can be delivered. And yeah, I just thought, let me think of this fun concept where I take a filmmaking style, film noir, like when the films are black and white and you hear this raspy voice and a guy dressed in a trench coat and a hat, and it's raining outside and it's mysterious. It's black and white. There's loads of contrast. Think about that image. And I did that, and I just, scripted that campaign for that.
That's sick. Actually, one thing I was going to say as well. So I met John through you. Right.
Yes.
So John wouldn't even be here without you, if that makes sense. Sorry, in this circle.
100%.
Sorry, in this circle.
No,
I mean.
mate, that's 100% true. Without him, I'd be nothing.
But then also, John's now sprouted out a bunch of other people like Jack Rubin over there.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, who's a late bloomer because he was out in Australia.
Lawrence is Side Plus.
Lawrence is Side Plus. Yeah, hold on. John,
Jack, Adam, Lawrence.
Oh, is that it? Okay, fair enough.
That all comes out from the con.
Who met
Frames? No, I met
You
Frames. I
Frames?
met Frames on a music video.
Right, okay. So, and also for some reason, they all, by the way, have gone and done a year in Australia, sometimes more.
That's just
Why have
me.
you all done
it's
that?
It's just me and Jack.
all their names begin
Adam.
with a J.
Oh, and Adam, true. Adam has as well.
Because I was like, why have I
Except
never met
Adam.
Adam? Because I thought Adam was sick. I was like, this guy's sick. Why have I never met him? And you're like, oh, because he wasn't in England. He was in Australia.
It's just a thing to go and do, mate. Like, you got to think, you guys have kind of had like a set career from when you were like 16, 17.
It's not a set career, but it's like, in hindsight.
Mentally, like, it's either going to be like, it was entertainment, it's either music or film, dancing between both, right? And I think for my friend group, who now a lot of them end up working with us, none of us really know what we want to do. And when you're feeling a bit lost, I think a lot of people should go travelling. And Australia is a good place to do that because there's a low barrier because everyone speaks English.
Sure.
So that's easy. They have like facilities set up for like backpackers from the UK to come.
Oh, right, okay. Nice,
That's mainly it because it's easy to go and live there for a year and you don't have to deal with as many visa issues.
Yeah, okay, that's perfect sense.
And that's it.
Yeah,
but
cool.
It's a great place as well. It's a lovely country.
But the reason I was thinking of that is because Kon, I always would go to you, not even go to you because I know that obviously I've known you a long time. When I first met you, I actually did think you were Ethan's brother. You know that funny thing that went round?
Yeah.
I thought it was true.
Yeah.
I literally did. And you remember the first time I met you or not?
It was it in the kitchen in the Sidemen house, and you was filming something for JJ?
Maybe.
You've literally just come back from filming something with JJ and Simon.
I think it's quite funny because I think I can remember when I first met a lot of people, and they can't remember when they met me.
That's the memory I have of meeting you. Some point
sure.
in the kitchen.
My memory
in
of
the
you
Sidemen
is it's similar time, but you were walking through the door. So you had gone to film with Simon the hottest wing challenge at Red's.
Was
Red
it
Dog
that
Saloon.
day? Okay,
Red Dog Saloon.
yeah,
That's when I first met you, and then Simon was like, "Con, sick at it, Con can eat loads of hot sauce." And then when we said Con, I was like, "Oh, it's Ethan's brother."
I remember the first time I met you.
We both had similarities.
My video
outside your flat.
Yeah,
and I remember thinking
Marcel Coffee.
Yeah, I remember you thinking you were a lot nerdier than I thought you were. Because you've been painted as like the big rapper.
Yeah,
of the
I
group.
don't like this. It's just John said that he thought I was going to be cooler than I was.
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy.
I thought you were. I know, but I thought you were just a rapper. I didn't realize you had all these nerd. Like, again, I love nerd shit, but I didn't realize you had a lot of accompanying. It's like, and now also I'm a big Pokemon fan.
I didn't say that to you.
Oh no, it all came out. It was all evident. It was evident.
I think I probably was wearing like a Pokemon t-shirt. Maybe.
It was. It all became very quick because as well. I was trying to be cool as well, and you immediately changed the speed of it.
Yeah, but John filmed a great video for me.
Did I? I think
Yeah,
it was
very overexposed.
Tesla reveal.
Yeah.
No, that was actually a decent one. It was me making. we could pull it up, but we won't pull it up. There's no point in this podcast. In the future, we'll have two people, but I don't want Jack to scoot over just to Google something. That's inconsequential.
I think you should do it.
It was a bad vid.
No, it was
anyway.
me. What I did was actually no, it wasn't a bad video. If you think about it, it was actually sick.
Mate, no, not
What
the
is
concept.
the video? You haven't said.
Sorry, the video is. I interviewed people in Leicester Square.
Oh yeah,
and asked them to give me a word, and then give me.
Oh, you was well nervous for that one. I remember.
Shit, my pants.
Yeah, so I asked them for a word. Then I asked the next person to give me a word that rhymes with that word or something like that. And then I went home and freestyled it all into a song. And the song was pretty good, but it didn't do very well. I think I made a song with 100 people. That's what it's called. I made a song with 100 people.
I'm deep in it about
Bass was there as well. Bass
Yeah.
does picks or something.
Yeah.
Bass, yeah. Oh, mate, the reason I was shitting it is I think you were most of the things I did had Kon's direct oversight. Like he was stood next to me or near in the room somewhere. you were like the second or third time out that I was on my own.
Yeah.
And that's partly why.
You borrowed a mic from
Thanks,
someone.
man.
Did you borrow a mic from Kon?
We
borrowed,
took mics.
he used to borrow everything from me. But then I started going, right, now that you got a paid job, start like getting your own shit.
No,
He has done well.
Mate,
Although
that's
he's
what
wearing
I'm saying. He's done
plaid
incredible.
trousers. It's crazy.
But that's the school of Kon. That's the,
No, and the whole reason I mentioned this is because I would go to you to trust, because whatever I got you to do or asked you to do, whatever you did, you would do it to perfection.
Yeah.
And the biggest part about you, it's not your skill, it's your ability that you try hard. You know what I'm saying? You always try and go above and beyond.
and he cares.
Yeah, and he cares. That's what John's got as well. So
Otherwise,
John's got
I won't
that.
do
Jack's
it.
got that. Adam's got that. Everyone's got that.
But
I messaged Lawrence the other day at 2 a.m. Because I had filmed a vlog downstairs and Josh had done the concept for me. So it's me and Jamie doing a rap battle. It ended up doing really bad. But I was like, Josh, what's the title for this video? And he got me recording with Jamie doing a rap battle. And for some reason, my mic didn't work at all. I'd know it was muted. It didn't even use the iPhone footage. And then I was thinking in my head, I wonder if anyone else's mics were rolling. So I went downstairs into Sidemen, tried to find I went through every single hard drive in that room, by the way, and none of them had it on. I was like, oh man, can't find it. And then I was like, I'm going to text Lawrence. I was like, Lawrence, do you reckon anyone was rolling? And he messaged back straight away at 2 a.m. like, yeah, I think I can find it. And he found it, then he mixed it for me and actually balanced all the levels. So Jamie and Josh were wearing mics and they were rolling. So you got them, made me sound good and sent it
what
over.
a sweetheart.
2 a.m, yeah.
I mean, I feel like this whole enterprise, everything, even that extends out from the Sidemen now, there's just a ton of trust. That's what it is. There's a lot of people who've got jobs here because they know someone or something like that.
Yeah.
But it starts with trust and then it's hard work. Because they're having people who
I had that with Josh. I think I learned that through Josh.
Yeah, that's good from Josh then.
Josh brought me in from uni days.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, we haven't really spoken because I was doing my music video production stuff. I was learning like that. And then all of a sudden I'm being roped into filming two grown men spit each other whilst they're watching try not to laugh videos. And,
Sorry,
cool.
I was going to say,
Two men speak to them like that.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what
I haven't seen that one, man.
That's what he roped me into filming, type of deal. And then he was like, "Oh, we've got this group, Sidemen," and then through that, I was like, "Okay, so maybe I'll find someone that I know, like you, and then the tree will sprout from there, and we'll find people that are close to each other, and we all grow up together. We'll make it.
Just a quick that I mean that is essentially what has happened, and it's really exciting. Me and Connor often left sometimes. Say we're doing a Sidemen video and something really cool has happened, and we've had a big day. We all normally stay at the same hotel, and we'll have there'll be a balcony or something. And me and Con will end up going there, and just sitting there and being I don't know, just taking stock of it and going, this is mental. And it's happened year after year. Me and him get those moments, and we go,
sick,
congratulations.
When we're on the good team.
We're all just grateful. Mate, if it ends tomorrow, I mean, thanks for the ride. It's been absolutely lit. But I was going to ask you. You said that you get doing the spit on video.
Yeah.
But by that point, you'd already done big music videos and stuff. Right?
Yeah, I was doing production where it felt like it's almost a downgrade of what I'm doing. So I had to put that ego aside. But I only did it because I actually love just being hands-on with a camera and just working on fun shit.
So it was a big conscious choice that you made to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to sack this off. I'm going to give this a try. Did you have any...
I had a feeling in my heart that I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I projected it for the next year. I'm like, if I carry on doing the same steps over and over again for the whole year, will I be happy? And the answer I kept coming to was no. I was like, okay, different little tree sprouted. What other options do you have? Why don't you do this and see how that makes your heart feel? And you just follow that little voice in your head that way.
Did you have any inkling of? I mean, the boys were probably pretty.
They're already pretty big because this is at the point where doing their book tour. So I did a whole tour to Manchester with them, and I see these queues. And bear in mind, I've only seen Josh at uni where we piss about and do film projects. All of a sudden, I'm seeing queues of 10,000 people line up to take pictures with him, and I'm like, why are they what you know? I was like, okay, well, this is cool. They're onto something. They've got some good film ideas. Let's just crack on with it. And yeah, kept cracking on with it. I really enjoyed editing the videos back then as well.
Oh yeah, well that's fucked to think about now that he was filming and editing everything. You were the whole back end of it.
Yeah.
Did you upload as well?
Sometimes.
I remember the system they had, or operation they had before you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
A few episodes, and it's
no, I remember even before that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mental.
Very
Absolutely.
mental. Now that we've like, an iPhone where you can pinch out and see a whole timeline of stuff, I feel like I've just done that in my mind. I've pinched out and I've seen my whole timeline of the whole Sidemen career. But I also want to make sure that my life isn't always defined just by Sidemen achievements.
Yeah, Yeah.
Like I know that I have the power to be able to start anything my mind wants. Anything. If I want to write a big Hollywood movie, and I spent 10 years dedicating myself to that, it could happen. I'm just not erasing every single option out of my life. I'm like, if I want to go build a log cabin in the middle of the woods and not care about any other social life, I could do that. I can do that.
Not to glaze you too heavily, but that is why I am very grateful to have you as a friend, because it's not a mindset that I had before. Or like, I had like desires to be like that, but being around you so much made me believe that, if you just put your head down and you get on with it, you can do whatever you want. And it's like, it's great to see that actualized.
It's possible. Like, I see people out there doing so much cool shit, and I'm like, whoa, like, how do I do that?
Well, I think you are someone who you got to give yourself more credit as well, because you do cool shit already. Because I think you look at people and be like, oh, they do cool, but you do it, man.
Yeah. I guess it comes with loads of back end stress. So
that's what you don't
those
see
people do that
have their
as well.
own stress. Yeah, you never see someone else's stress. So you think you're going through the worst time, then everyone goes through that. And actually, by the way, that is the beauty. Going through that stuff is what actually makes something good in the first place.
Yeah, because I've realised I'm a type of person that enjoys the sort of the 0 to like I enjoy the start thing,
The building,
and I don't really like once it's up there and it's big time and there's like huge teams. I'm like, all right, what's next that I can
Wauer, the director, he's doing like big budget shoots as well. Yeah. And he keeps messaging me saying, bro, let me know if you want me to do like a little run and gun video. I can film myself. So he'll enjoy that as well. And also, even on the financial side, you can go and do like a 30 grand, 40 grand music video, but and make less than you would make by just shooting my video, because I'm paying you to do it, or not? I'm paying
like money aside.
He does 6 stuff as well.
Yeah,
sorry, come.
But like money aside, you'd think that big flashy music video projects as like a lead director on that, you might get paid loads. But
no, because also you're trying to deliver a good product to the client.
Yeah,
and if you can take a price cut on your fee to get another AD or something in, you're going to do that for the quality of the project, and you end up getting less. Whereas if you're running a gun in and shooting one thing for someone, you can just.
I'll tell you what's on my bucket list though. I think, and I'm going to start vocalizing it because I know in the next 10 years I'm going to act upon it more. I keep vocalizing it.
Yeah.
Horror film.
Yeah?
Horror film.
I'm going
to write.
Little raka type beat.
Yeah. You know what?
But no, mate, he's been saying this since the day one, since I joined. I've
been saying this before that, and them putting that film out, even like
fueled the fire
even more. I'd love to write a horror film and make it good, because I always say to people, I hate horror films. You know why? Because they're always so fucking lame. They're just a bunch of jump scares. They don't make them how they used to make them.
That's why
Blair Witch Project was groundbreaking back in the day. They don't make stuff like that anymore.
So you're talking about like more psychological thrillers?
No, not a specific genre yet, because I don't want to be.
But that's what kind of Blair Witch is, right? Because it's all like it's all about not what you're seeing. It's
no, but he means more like they broke the mold, so he wants to break. Well, because also even Talk to Me, like Raka, that actually was also a very
incredible
good movie.
Film.
Because you do. I don't watch horror movies for 2 reasons. One, because I don't want to be scared. Like why would I choose to get scared? And then number 2, it is just that. It's just like random jump scares. And
I want to be scared, but I don't want to be scared by a nun that just appears in one frame.
You want to be scared by like tension, building up in one area, and
story,
pain as well.
I want to leave the cinema thinking, shit, this is going to happen to me if I don't
Have
do
you not
this.
seen a lot of any A24? Say Jack A24, right?
A24s are probably one of the best production companies out there.
Exactly, but have you not seen their horror films? There's a lot of their psychological thriller horror films. Like, so there's Midsommar, there's Hereditary, there's I'm definitely missing like two other great ones. But those films are phenomenal. Like,
I think I'm just slagging off Insidious and the one with the nun in it.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair.
I don't even know what it's called. It's probably Insidious.
But I think those things are like relies on iconography in culture, right? Because those things, like, I don't know,
okay. Fuck all that shit. Also,
fuck all that.
I like
good counterpoint.
I like the fact that they make bread. Yeah, Paranormal Activity. This is another part of the reason why I'm so fascinated
I'm gonna look
by
it
that
up.
genre.
I just took a photo of you guys, sent it to Josh. Just to let him know what we're doing. Just sent a little picture. You look cute, so I thought I sent it to Josh.
Thank you. But get this, Randy.
Yeah,
right?
sorry, money.
Say, for example, Google how much the first budget for Paranormal Activity was.
It's the multiplier. That's what you're talking about.
The multiplier of horror films is crazy.
Oh, because you're saying like the ceiling's higher.
You could be.
So the budget is
KSI
rich.
Okay,
yeah.
So quick.
Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so
trust me.
What do you think the production? How much it cost to make Paranormal Activity 1 is?
Paranormal Activity 1, I reckon it was 800k.
800k. All right, so it's 15 grand.
Yeah.
So just cameras in the house and all that. How much do you think it made?
I reckon it made 58 mil.
194 million.
Wow.
So
you blow me away there, blow my socks off. I'm not even wearing socks anymore. My socks are off.
I fucked it a little bit. It says post-production cost. So let's say all in 230k.
Okay.
230k for 194 million.
Mad.
So how much them editors make? That's it. Everyone become an editor.
Well, hold on.
We need you.
Did they edit? They edited and owned the rights.
I don't know,
because the editors probably made niche, right?
They usually do.
In music, I write a song, right, and then you sing it. We both get money, and in fact, I'll probably make more money than you would make, right?
With my singing skills, you get no
sure.
money.
In a film, how does that work? Does the writer also make more?
Well, there's been strikes about that. Remember?
Or is it just the film company make the money?
I think it depends on like the contracts, because I mean, there's people unionize for these things as well.
A lot of the time, you sell a script, right?
Yeah,
right.
So you would pitch it to a studio, and they will pay you a certain amount,
and then they'll get residuals.
They'll take ownership of it.
So but actors get residuals too, don't they? Oh, on syndication. Okay, syndication of like a Disney show.
Yeah, so it's who writes the screenplay as well, because some people take like a book and turn it into a screenplay, and that's a whole different thing as well.
Sure.
But yeah, I think that's like my future. I want to be able to like. I think where it's moving right now, especially with Mr. Beast selling his. Or like getting a show with Amazon, which is huge news.
Massive.
Especially for the sort of creative fields. Streaming platforms are going to get more comfortable eventually by giving out more deals like that if his is successful. So I would like to start dabbling in some script writing and trying to sell a show before I actually make it.
Should do that.
And then eventually trying to maybe produce something that takes more craft versus a YouTube video. You know, because like for a film, you could be on a project of a film for like 5 years, for example. You still have to carry that same passion from the start to finish. And I've never had that patience. And I think as I'm getting older, I want to try test myself to see if I can have that kind of patience to hold on so much love and dedication to a project to see it through to the end. And that's what I see rewarding.
It's maybe a maturity thing then. Maybe
maybe I'm maturing.
That's what it is. Maybe we're just like, realizing that time isn't, is a bit finite, so you're willing to spend a bit more of the time you have to make something cool, rather than I need this now, I need to do that.
Yeah.
YouTube gives you a false like sense of deadlines and timelines as well, because like you think, okay, I'm making this video, it's going to come out in the max like week, 2 week, 3 week. Whereas,
but I went away holiday for 2 months, and people think like I'm not in the sphere of things of what's going on anymore. Like,
the audience,
right. What's happened?
Or people,
the audience, not people.
But you're still posting though, aren't you? When you're over there,
I've been posting.
Yeah, but he was posting from another country, so people are like, why is he not there? Why is he not with them?
Yeah, okay. And plus, I guess I'm seen a lot in like the behind the scenes and stuff, or participating in videos like this.
No, yeah, true. Even in my vlog, everyone's like, "Where's Kon?" Because you weren't around in the vlogs,
Yeah, so it was like, I didn't see him on the Sidemen sets,
Yeah, that
it's
as well.
Crazy how
BTS, yeah, sure.
2 little months gives that sort of impression.
How good? How was it a good trip though?
It was an amazing trip. I think it's vital to have, for me at least.
Yeah,
it helps me stay hungry and geared up for like what's next.
I should have done that. Like I should have done that for sure.
How long? You can still do it.
But I mean, I'm saying like in my situation with like my ex and that, it would actually. Well, no, I'm saying that would have helped things.
If you went away?
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, for both of us, it would have been.
Well, I know you've spoken about it already, but if you still feel like you need the break, just for mental clarity,
I can't afford the break.
You can't afford to break because you're giving yourself more work in terms of.
I have it. I have the work. I can't at this point. I can't stop the work. Certain works.
So, but when does it get better, Andy?
Yeah, you got to prioritize your mental health at some point as well.
At my point, I felt like I was getting stuck in a loop.
Yeah,
and I was like, if I'm stuck in the loop, I'm never going to be able to break out of it and do something that the third, like when people like when I look at you, or no, when I don't know, it's always clearer from a third person.
No, it is. That's why therapy is good, right? Because there's a stranger and you're yapping away about your problems, and they're like, well, I see this every day. You're not going through anything special, which is a good thing.
Have you done therapy stuff?
Yeah, I did it, but I haven't done it since, so I need to.
What was it like?
Well, I did it on the phone, and I didn't mind that. I thought it was nice to be able to stop what I'm doing and go and chat to someone immediately without having to go somewhere. But I also then think my therapist was again, it's going to sound really they were not English, foreign, so I feel like it was a bit of a language barrier,
Fucking.
Yeah, because I mean, as well, you're with that. For God's sake,
I mean, I can say it. I'm all right.
Oh yeah, true. You're Russian, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, with that, you're talking about something very complicated, right, and personal. So, I mean, when there's a language barrier, you're trying to take how complicated emotions are, then I guess that could be a hindrance to it, right? I mean,
just get a better app.
I mean, it could be useful.
Get better help.
Yeah, well, no, they're not sponsoring this. But. Yeah, it could just be useful anyway to just vocalize things. It's good to say something out loud because sometimes I find myself thinking something stupid and getting myself worked up, and then I say it to one person, I'm like,
when you say things out loud, when you project it out,
you realize how sometimes silly it sounds to say it to someone else. You realize how any emotion there,
you make it real. You get to see it and you go, oh, maybe not.
Yeah, my problem's so small when I actually put it in front of someone else, and you see their face could be like, and what, Sorry.
Yeah. No, but that's
depends what it is.
Get hurt by that.
You can overthink that. You can overthink something, and you can take something small, make it seem massive in your head. You talk to someone, and they're like, "Nah, we go through that. It's fine." And
yeah. That makes sense.
It drops down. You're good then.
Yeah.
It's good to be real, though, man. It's good to be real.
Yeah. It's good to be real.
Do you guys think that you are maturing gracefully as the years go on?
I found myself walking around the garden with my hands behind my back and just looking at all my plants that are growing. So yeah, I'm fucking
You garden? You garden like that?
Yeah, I've got a pear tree.
Ooh.
Do you?
I've got some peonies.
So a partridge
right now.
Sorry, am I?
Peonies.
I don't know what a peony.
Peony is
very
a flower.
Beautiful flowers.
My mum's favourite flower.
My mum's favourite.
Is that basic?
Flowers.
Are our parents basic bitches?
No, our mum's a special, man. Shut up.
Also, when I went to Tesco, when I went to Tesco to get my mum some flowers, they were all peonies. So is every mum's favourite flower a peony?
No. Peonies are only June, July. So it's around my mum's birthday. That's why they're her favourite flowers, because I can only get them for her during her birthday. And if I manage to get...
when was Mother's Day? I got Mother's Day peonies.
Yeah, but from grow houses and shit. But I mean, naturally, that's the season of them.
Sure.
Hang on, bro. These are basically just pink flowers. Not pink.
They're beautiful.
No, they are beautiful.
Don't have summer,
mate. They're just roses. No, they just look like roses. Am I tripping?
No, you're tripping. I'll tell you where everyone should go.
The thin. Peonies are thin. Oh, no. Oh, I've had a right stinker.
Go on.
I've had a right... My mum's favourite flowers are tulips.
Oh, you've had a big stinker there.
Yeah, peony. Oh, peonies are good. Animal Crossing, by the way. What a game.
Good game, right?
Never got into it.
Hang on. Everybody should visit Hever Castle in the summertime and see Anne Boleyn's Rose Garden.
Wow, he's maturing. That's what mature thing to do.
Anne Boleyn's Rose Garden. Do you mean her Rose Garden or do you mean her Rose Garden?
Oh, for God's sake, man, you dirty dog.
You know what's great about being present online? When people recognise you from places you like to visit, like Hever Castle, they'll message you on Instagram and they'll be like,
"You got a brand deal with Hever Castle."
No. I might as well at this point.
But I found that weird when they say I've seen you at this place. I'm like, well, why didn't you say anything?
Well, this guy was like, I was working there, saw you.
Nice.
So he might have not been able to come say hello. But he's like, hey, anytime you want to come round, just let us know, because fucking tickets there, 25 quid. Once you go there, you spent 80 quid, a couple of people to come in. It's extortionate, isn't it?
Mate, everything's like that now. That's worth doing is 25 quid plus.
Yeah, well,
I went to the Colchester Zoo the other day. It's 30 quid.
How was that? Was it good?
Expensive,
Wonderful.
man.
It was my son's birthday.
Nice. Son's birthday.
Beautiful time.
He's one now.
My son's one.
He's not.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. Mentally,
True.
potentially, but no. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, John. Wow.
Yeah. No, but everything's spiraling out of control. Cost of living crisis, mate. That's what. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I was going to say though, when you said about why do people not come up and say hello?
Yep.
There's an anxiety thing, sure, but I think as well, YouTubers with platforms have now said a lot publicly. They're like, hey, respect my privacy. Respect my privacy.
Right.
So at this point,
I want you to come up, take pictures of me, so everybody around me knows, thinks I'm cool, and I'm clout.
Yeah, bro, come on.
You're so true, John. You're so true.
Yeah.
You're so right. Sorry.
That's what's happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm not gonna lie. It happens to me very little. But the other day, one of my lifelong friends, we was at a bar, and we walked.
I guess you tied a purse.
No, well, with my mate. But no, I walked up and some guy went, "John, nice to see you, man." And my mate, he's a bit more of a quiet guy, and he literally turned to me and went, oh, "For God's sake!" I love that whole thing. It was so funny.
You know what's
really
the craziest ones is when people are so casual. And then I have a hard time thinking because I reply back with, "Hey, you right? How's your day?" And then we carry on walking. Right? They don't stop.
They're the best ones.
They're the best ones because it's like, did I meet you somewhere before and I just forgot who you are?
The worst ones are the ones where it's someone's dad and they go, you know what, aren't you this? Oh, and they sorry, it's either a dad or an older sibling, and they go,
they're the ones.
Oh, can I get a picture? I don't like you. My brother likes you.
They're actually
I hate
worse.
that. It's like,
Everybody else, why you
got to vocalize, I don't like you, or I don't care about you, but can I get a picture? I'm like, well, then it's worse because you care for the wrong reasons. But when someone says to you, I love what you do, I love your work, then it's great.
And you've impacted, like, and
I haven't spoken about any of this stuff, but I was on a date actually with someone, and then this guy came up and was like, oh man, I love what you do, and was like, just dap.
Crushed puss.
Yeah.
For God's sake. God.
And then I'm getting more comfortable, you lot. This is what we're talking about.
There you go. And they were like, did you pay that person? And it was literally like, I paid that person to come over and do that. I didn't.
You didn't.
Oh,
you don't need to.
They thought
they're like, oh my God, that's sick.
Who were you on the date with?
It was a girl.
Okay,
it was a girl.
I'm just seeing if...
Thanks for checking.
He might have got fed up with them by now and switched sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Hold on, but you've been very noble there by doing that, and you've said of them. Who's them? Are women just resort to them?
Whatever the fuck they want to be.
Sure.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I don't care. They can be, cool. And did you crush puss?
I don't do that.
He doesn't do that. He goes on. He's had nice conversations with people.
I don't do that.
And shares food.
I don't do that.
He doesn't.
He just hangs out, bro. He's hanging out.
We hang out.
Well, he's hanging out to be done.
Hang out with your wang out.
I did. No, but
getting shy. I don't think I've ever seen Randy shy.
Really?
He giggled.
Yeah, that's a rarity.
Very cute.
I do get shy, but I also hold my cards close to my chest sometimes.
Are they PSA 10?
No, not recently.
Ace 10s.
Not recently, bro.
Ace 10s.
Yeah, like your vlogs recently. There's no cards being held close to the chest.
True.
Your cards are fucking.
No, sorry, I'm a very open person in general.
And I teared up at a video of yours.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know how to reach out to you or something. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I was like, I need to like tell him I love him or hug him, but he's probably going, I love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're cool, man.
How'd that make you feel?
A little bit weird.
Simon is watching this and he's like,
Simon's not watching
it. He's definitely not.
What the fuck?
Wait, Randy, I think we gathered how gracefully he's aging. Are you aging gracefully, do you think?
What did you mean by aging gracefully?
Like, you're maturing. Do you think there's because I've
he's
seen
ahead
it
of us. He's going through a midlife crisis.
No, I think he's become a lot less of a TikTok meme guy now, and he's
TikTok meme.
Was you ever a TikTok meme?
No, he was. Big time he was, but now he's watching a lot of these American comedians who are our age, and he's getting more into that side of things.
But no, I've always watched them.
Bill Burr's fucking hilarious.
I remember I got introduced to Joe Rogan's podcast by Matt and Lewis, who do the clothing, clothing. So I used to sit next to them, or stand next to them.
Yeah,
they were like, I was like, I remember watching it. I was like, what's this? They're like, Joe Rogan podcast, and it was the guest on the frame at the time. I was like, and I said, is that Joe Rogan? And they were like, no, of course not. But I didn't know who that was. So from then I used to go home and play FIFA and watch his podcast while I play FIFA.
Yeah.
I definitely matured a lot, but also I think I'm doing the opposite now as well, because I spent so much of my life with like Laura or whatever that I missed out on a lot of like the stuff normal people, well, not normal people, sorry, but like people who are not
people who haven't been in relationships since 15 years old.
14. Since 14 I was in relationships. Wow. A lot of stuff you miss out on. Not just like dating. I don't mean that. I mean like a lot of things. A lot of things you do. Being free, not having to like second guess yourself, or not having to like double check with someone else everything you do. Like now I can do whatever I want. Obviously I've got Harper, my daughter, which obviously when I'm not at home with her, what can I do? I can't do anything. It's a different
dynamic when you're in a relationship, because you're not just living solo by yourself. You have to respect that partner's wishes,
and it goes both ways as well. Like
not
also,
wishes, like
feelings, time,
everything time.
But also goes the other way. Like obviously I was in a relationship since I was 14 with the same person, so you do a lot of like growing together, and also even like small stuff is sort of privileged as it sounds, even like chores, like a lot of things were shared between her and I that I never did. There's some things I never did in my life, So
were you planning to ever do them, or like?
No. I'm saying little things like washing up, that kind of stuff. And again, I'm not trying to say I never washed up, because I have obviously done that. But I'm saying in the sense of like, you don't think about it all day. Mm-hmm. Whereas she would do that, that was kind of like her she did those things. So now I'm maturing in that sense. Now I'm doing that kind of stuff,
Oh, you're saying that now you're
washing the bed and shit like that. I mean
stuff that you used to take for granted. Perhaps,
yeah. But I also will say I'm enjoying doing it. Like it's actually enjoying doing the process of a lot of those things, because you also you stop taking it for granted and you actually
Well, there's also
sounds like you're saying she took the enjoyment out of your life.
No, for God's sake,
I did not say that.
Well, no, but boy, this is mate. It's like being responsible for yourself. Is actually a very empowering thing.
No, it is empowering, and you actually start realizing that that's something I was missing in life. I was missing doing a lot of those things because it makes you actually it grows you as a person, in a way. But
you're finding out who Randy is now.
And you don't
in a way.
Yeah, you don't notice those things until
something
you start
dramatic happens.
Yeah.
So. But am I maturing? I also think yes and no. I don't want to mature either, though. I think I've heard a lot of stories, a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews where people also always highlight that like doing that thing is one of the worst things that you can do for yourself.
Maturing?
No, like or. Kanye, I saw an interview Kanye did where he's talking about someone, like a kid. If a kid's like jumping from the sofa to the coffee table, say, and they're like pretending they're on a different planet, and they're like shooting zombies, or whatever, that's really fun and creative. That's where a lot of creativity comes from. And then we tell that kid, don't do that. It's like, well, why are you saying don't do that? You're saying don't do that because you don't want them to fall over and hurt their head, right? Yeah. But you're not saying don't do that because you don't want them to do that.
And the kid's thinking, don't pretend you're on Mars.
Yeah, so the kid hears that, it's like, don't do that. And you're like, okay, now I'm going to stop doing that. When you grow up, and that happens every single instance with teachers, with anyone who's in a position of power. You grow up and do that, and then you lose that kid in yourself, and now you've stopped jumping on.
What I think is also a big factor that's on that same vibe when parents talk about money and discuss financial issues in front of their children. Because a lot of things that we might want to do, automatically you think you shut yourself down due to financial situations, right?
Interesting.
But what if that was never part of your thought process?
Yeah.
How would you, as a kid, developing into a teen that never had that sort of barrier, cope with situations?
Well, I think,
if you are from a well-off family.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think
it could go one way or the other,
That's what I'm saying. I think speaking from a position of a bit of privilege with that, my family's always quite well off. And so I noticed that among my mates as I got older and started like internalizing that I need to like do as much as I can with all my opportunities, because I realized that I'd been given the mindset by my dad that, oh yeah, you can do whatever. And like the lifestyle to like back it up around it. So I went to private school for 1 year. I got kicked out and went to a college that was like, the college we were at is fine, but there was always shit going on, like people like credit card scamming and shit, and like someone got stabbed outside, all this shit. And yeah, it's just Well, I've noticed that the mindset wasn't instilled in people because there was always those worries and those concerns, and you can't. When you have baggage like that, you can't just get on with life and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do this today or something. So that's
it's a bit of both though, because you can grow up not going through a lot of tough stuff, and you can be better off because of it, because you don't have to worry about problems that you don't need it. But then on the other way around, I think a lot of people listening to this as well should remember this. If you're going through tough shit as well, that's what can define you. Big time. And it's like I would never wish badly on somebody. I would never wish someone went through this thing or went through that thing. But that thing you're going through is something that will define you.
Yeah,
and that's why you see so many people out there who are doing well and succeeding in life, and the reason they're doing that is because they wake up an hour earlier or they try a little bit harder because they know what it's like to not be good. Yeah. Whereas when you're good, you don't know that. Yeah. You don't know that, but then also sometimes you're just too good. So I'm never going to. You'd always want someone to be more privileged than not privileged, because it's nicer, it's easier.
And this is why I feel I put a lot of effort in. So my mum came to this country, learnt the new language. Yeah. We started from zero. We had no belongings, nothing. So I feel like I have to do her proud in trying to go the extra mile, trying to get ahead. So
that's why as well on the Jamie podcast, where he was like, I'm not sure if you left at that point or not, where he was saying I made up the point where if my daughter draws something bad, I don't want to overpraise her. And I'm not going to say, oh, what you're drawing is shit. I would never do that to her. But I also don't want to give false praise. My dad used to do it to me when I was a kid as well. He's like, oh, you're so good at this, so good at that. And I grew up thinking, I'm so good at this, so good at that. And then I actually was like, you know what, I'm not good, and I want to get better at it. That's not his fault. He's just trying to love me as much as he can. But you can do that. You can tell someone that they're too good at something, and when they're not,
gas them up.
You don't do that.
When reality hits you in the face.
I'm going to college, and I'm like, I'm sick at music. Fuck yeah. And then I'm like, wait, actually, this kid over there is better than me. I'm like, what the fuck? My dad told me I'm the best, When in reality, but that makes me then want to try harder because this guy's better than me.
But that's based on your personality. Somebody else might be like, shit, I'm not good at it. So I'm going to give up.
And
it's based on your personality. But
my dad's point of view is that he actually is impressed. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe this kid that I knew when he was 2, and I now know he's doing it. It's amazing to him, but it's like, well, he also doesn't know the other kids, So it's like you never want to overpraise. You also don't want to underpraise. You don't want to say this is shit, because then someone's never happy themselves. There's always a fine line between things, and a lot of our problems in life come from childhood, don't they? So
Yeah,
Mate, and also it's tough to also expect parents to know what they're doing because no one knows what they're doing.
No one actually,
you can't blame your parents either because they don't know what they're doing.
That's what I'm figuring out as you get older. No one knows what they're doing.
No one knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
you know?
it's so true.
Yeah, you outgrow everyone. You outgrow your teachers. You outgrow your family. You outgrow everyone. And you get old and you think, what the fuck? Like these people. I'm someone who has like family like drilled into me. Like I love family, you know. And then you grow up and think, wow, I can't believe this shit happened when I love this person so much. And you're like, well, you know. Wow, you got to realize, and that's why the only person you can rely on at the end of the day is yourself. As sad as it is, you know, the only person you can rely on is yourself.
Yeah,
but that's what you got to build a. That's why it's good to build a community around you being as good as you can be, right? Yeah. That's the best you can do. You can
lead by example, yeah. You know, and your friends become you. Like you guys, you know, you guys taught each other, you know, and now you were someone who brought John into this kind of like world and ecosystem of content. And now he's someone that you can go to, and also he can help you as well.
Mate, the only thing that I ever talked on was how to chill out a little bit. I think that's the only credit he gives that I can take. Again, it's 95% good this way, but I gave him 5% of, hey man, do you consider chilling out?
You've helped me become somebody who can potentially pass down what I have in my head to others, and being able to share that itself is a gift. So thank you. Yeah.
No.
Oh, here's the announcement. The Beta Squad announcement.
Oh yeah.
Beta Squad versus AMP football match.
Oh right.
Ooh. Well, I don't like football, but that is going to be watched.
Tickets on sale Tuesday, 30th of April.
Sick.
Oh, where is it? Where is it?
What stadium?
It doesn't say unless it's in the video.
It's gonna be somewhere in.
Mate, if they get Wembley, that is nuts.
No.
Is it gonna be US? It's got to be US, right?
Chunks is arguing with Kai Sanat, saying it's soccer, and it's football, and it's soccer.
Oh, here we go. The marketing started. I think it's going to be somewhere in the Middle East, based on Chunks' previous connections.
Sure.
In doing.
It doesn't say right now, unless it does at the end of the video. It doesn't say in the caption. You know.
America, UK. What would they do? Where would they do?
Middle East. I'm calling it.
You're going to calling it. Oh yeah, because then as well, then you don't have that. You don't have to have that argument. You can just go Middle East.
That's pretty cool. I would love to go to that.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be on the Beta Squad team. Maybe why not?
I'm shit at football.
Yeah, true. There's that.
I think my days of like being in the Sidemen charity match was a long-term goal. Ticked it off. It's off the bucket list. If I get an invite back, great. Yes, I will attend it. But would I go through?
The goal was more like being accepted to play and rather than playing.
Yeah. So, and that's ticked, and that felt like a big like bucket list thing ticked off, because ever since like the Sidemen house days, I'd make like spoof little videos that I'm going to be in there and whatnot. So
yeah,
you know, 1 million subscribers and a couple years later and 25 kg down.
Sick, I got man. There. Very sick.
Speaking of weight, I'm putting it back on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a camera. Go on, pan the camera over to him, Jack. Yeah.
No, you don't need to do that. I'm aware of that.
Wow, John. No, that's fine though, right?
No. Yeah, and
you look amazing. I said to you today, you look so cool.
Thank you so
much.
Like
the clothing that you're wearing.
Look, mate,
fuck's sake, I keep forgetting to order clothes.
Just to be clear, I'm not being harsh to him. Since the start, Kon's always relied on me to be clear about if he's getting bigger again or smaller again. That's what a real true friend does. That's our relationship. Harsh critics.
You don't need to tell me because I know it.
Yeah.
And
you fat bastard.
And now, if I know I need to act on it or I want to act on it, I know how to do it.
You do.
That's empowered me.
No, mate, you blew everyone away.
I've just got to be fucked to do it, but I am trying to maintain it. And you know what? Yeah, wedding is the new goal.
Oh shit, good.
We all know where that is.
September.
We all know where and when. Just go, just turn up.
By that time, you won't recognise me because I'll be skinny legend.
No, we've already seen you as a skinny legend.
Con, how many burgers did you have after the shoot the other night?
Oh, mate, the other night I felt like in a really bad mood, but I didn't vocalise it because I know whatever I project could affect others.
Yeah.
So I tried to just keep it in, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to eat my way through this. I had half a chicken. There was loads of food left over.
Okay.
And you know why I was pissed off?
Why?
Because the roast chicken that I wanted looked phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But I was busy. I had to de-rig, so
it went soggy.
All the time. I came back, no more chicken.
Oh.
And then I just like sort of nodded to the waitress. I was like, yeah, burger's fine, thank you.
You're lucky. I sent all those burgers your way, by the way. I told him save those burgers.
Half chicken, what? Right. Nando's with Nando's?
But Kirsty, she didn't eat, so I ended up having her chicken, but I already put myself in a bad mood.
Sure.
So I ended up having a bit of her chicken, and these burgers, they were fat. Oh, like big burgers. So I had a bit, but then I chucked the bun away and I just ate the patties. So I had like what you'd consider 2-3 little cheeky burgers.
Sure.
Which is a shit ton of protein, but I did feel sick after.
I love that phrase. Little cheeky burgers.
Well, you chuck the bun away. That's where most calories are. I had the protein. And
wow, there you go. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. How's your weight loss journey going, Randy?
It's going alright. It's plateaued a little bit.
He's going great. I'm asking him how he feels about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still losing weight. Like, so every time I go, I'm always like, because I don't have a scale at my flat, so when I go see Harper, I weigh myself there. So it's always on the downward trajectory, but it definitely slowed down a lot.
Do you track it on an app?
I don't track it. I kind of like in my head roughly track it, but like I'll be honest, that sometimes it doesn't go well with the vlogs as well. People keep like, it's annoying that I do daily vlogs now, because if you have like a bad meal here or there, it's not a problem at all. But then when you're doing the vlogs, you have you open yourself up to so many opinions. So I'll do a video where I'm eating this or I'm eating that. Like other day I tried the new Big Mac on the vlog.
Like, oh, you shouldn't be.
Yeah, why are you eating that? Go gym. And I'm like, well, obviously, I'm not eating it every day, but they see that. And so
plus that burger could have been everything that he's eaten. So I'm a big advocate of like, you can eat whatever you want, but them calories that you have banked, you've just spent your allowance. So you might only be able to afford a burger that day, and you'll be fucking hungry for the rest of your day. Or you could volume it up with low calorie stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. How do you think you'd do with a PT?
I had it once. I had a PT when I first moved to London, when it was in uni, so it wasn't YouTube. Well, I was doing YouTube there, obviously, but it wasn't recent times. It was 2012, and I went to a PT, and I had to sack him off because... Not sack him off, I just didn't renew my thingy. But I'm as you can probably already tell, everyone watching and you guys, I'm not very good at someone telling me what to do. So he would tell me to do this or do that. I'm like, well, who the fuck do you think you are?
So if you had a PT...
Get this. John gave me a good bit of inspo.
Oh.
And you said to me, and you'll repeat it nicely as well, once I get this under my belt, everything else will be successful as well. So he said to me, and he said, Kon, you know this yourself. Once you get to your target weight, you know that everything in business will start running good.
Yeah.
Because you'll look good. So there's more opportunities with brands, people, when they see you look good. And also mentally, you'll start feeling all the positive things.
There was no downsides to him getting in shape.
There
was literally zero.
Well,
there was a million
upsides. You've got to think that all this effort that you're putting in with like your Pokemon business and that you can actually have a multiplier.
No, I know.
If you take care of this one thing in the morning for an hour every day, if you just be consistent with it.
Well, it's like the attributes that you need to lose weight and to be healthier are ones that improve everything, So
you've already got those attributes.
No, I don't. I'm saying like, okay, getting 8 hours of sleep per night, drinking 2.5 liters of water per day, counting your calories, eating less, eating more protein. All those things that you do there are not
sleep. Is the biggest.
It is, but they don't just help you lose weight; they help you be a better person in every regard, and that's why when you lose weight, you become better because you're disciplined, you're saying no to things. But what I will say, like the difference between me right now in the last month or so versus when I was losing weight faster was because I had more respect for myself. Like I've been worse off mentally this last month than I was at the start of the year. When shit kicked off, I was in a better mood because I was like, okay, I'm going to overcome this. And then last month I haven't felt that at all. So I'm like, I know what I need to be doing to do better, but I also haven't been like loving myself enough to be able to give myself the respect to do it.
You need a longer streak of that.
I'm also fine. I also don't care. I'm also happily acknowledging that as well. And I'll turn it on again soon. But at the same time, I have been very like, fuck this, fuck that. And also I think sometimes it is good to do that because if you don't do that, you can't always be fully on. At least I can't because I've got too much shit to fucking stress about. Or I don't.
You need a blowout here and there.
Yeah. So I got my trip next week. So that's my blowout. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna blow out and then I'm gonna get back.
What about come back hardcore and everything?
Probably, yeah. I know. Yeah, I'm working on things now as well. To like even the vlogs have kind of died off a little bit recently because we set this set up. Yep. But now I don't have to be in here every night doing the set. So we've done that now, and it's freed up more time. The ACE staff that I've got in, the new marketing staff in London. The idea is to train them up more. So then in 4 or 5 months, I don't have to be here every day and I can be going out vlogging. I can go to Houston if I want to. I can go here if I want to, Podcast as well. Like maybe we'll film 2 or 3 in advance with Simon one day and then cool, I can be gone for a bit,
Mate.
Also on that topic, I don't know, this might not be every week. We don't know what this one right here might take a bit of time to get going, but this is a fun one where it's like no pressure, you just kind of rock off and do it.
I'll come through again, and as we develop more of these, could do like topics. I don't know.
Yeah, do whatever.
We're not just going to be whiny bitches.
Where do we get to, Jack?
I'm talking about myself.
1 hour 25.
Wow.
Cool. I wasn't saying all that to end it, but we probably can. Also, I want to say a few things on here because I don't think we can all... Sometimes you don't want to sit on the main one because you've got like a guest or whatever, but some things about the What's Good podcast. We're also tempted with the idea of doing like a little Patreon thingy. Now, before you click off and be like, oh my God, Patreon... 2 things. Number 1, when we signed a certain deal with a certain company on the podcast to do ads and stuff, they were like, oh, do you want to do What's Good Plus? I want to do it. And Simon was like, no, he don't want to do that because he's already done Side Plus, which is very fair. And also, this is not a way to kind of like, it's not like a money-making scheme or anything. It's a way to kind of, like John has mentioned, we started listening to a lot of other podcasts, started like seeing like Shane Gillis and all these kind of things. And sometimes when you have a Patreon, it's like a little bit of like a node or a nod. Yeah. Or an ode to the people who are hardcore fans of the podcast, you know? So if we did it, it'd be a really, like £3, you know, kind of thing. And then obviously it'll tier up for those who want to, but it'll be a few things like maybe you'll get like a 10, 15 minute extra bit of What's Good, like me and Simon do one like this where it's like Q&A. We can speak a little bit more edgier, you know, there's no downside to that. Simon can really get shit off his chest, you know? Or we'll do another one like this online, or we'll do just a lot of stuff like that. But ultimately, it's just an idea we're having just to kind of, I don't know, keep the podcast going and make sure that we can kind of keep a lot of things running, if that makes sense. Yeah. So let us know what your thoughts are to that, and don't just squeal and be like, "Oh, it's stupid," you know, chasing money. Just be honestly, like, you know, is it something you would like us to do? We don't have to do it. It's not like a Fellas Loaded Side Plus. It wouldn't be anything like that. Like a little Patreon thing, you know. Nothing as sophisticated as that, but it will help us run that logo in the background for a little bit longer. Yep. Boom. No, but on a real, you know, I don't know, shit. What do you think? You know, the people, whatever. I just like doing shit like that because it's like, I don't know. I feel like one thing we've lacked with What's Good is having a real true connection with like the viewers and that. And I feel like I wonder how many of them are truck drivers in the US or in the UK, wherever the whole. Like... Well, in UK you wouldn't call it a truck, would you? In America they call it 18-wheelers, don't they? We call it lorry. They don't know what lorry means. Lorry doesn't exist over there. Form of delivery driver that does long hauls. We'd love to hear from you. Yeah, please. While you're driving, please take your phone out. Comment right now. Yeah, I wanted John to come to America. By the way, a week after Vegas. But the problem is, a week after Vegas is the Sidemen are taking a week out to go to Vegas. Mm-hmm. So when they come back, they got to catch up because it's the Netflix is a joke festival, comedy festival. So Kill Tony's doing like an arena show. Then you've got Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura doing another one. All week there's all the comedians in LA. It's just an hour from Vegas. I booked a holiday when Simon were going Vegas. Yeah. And then they switched Vegas to like a different week. Let me tell the story because right. I kind of alluded to it on the Talia episode a while back. So was it because of you? No. Well, yes, but indirectly. So we were going to Vegas and we were landing on my birthday. 13th of May. So we were leaving, we were coming back on the 13th of May, right? That's my birthday. It's my 30th as well. And I never care about my birthday, never make a fuss about it at all, don't care. Which is when you probably already had it booked for. Because it was on the calendar. Yeah, like that, so you probably had it that for, it was there for a while. So then what I said to the boys, I was like, oh, by the way, it's my 30th that day. It's Vegas. I'm thinking, I actually could have a blowout on my actual 30th, which in the minute would be a nice thing to do because I've been stressed and stuff. That's fine. So I said, can we move it a day after? And all the boys went, oh, let's move it a day after so that I can, rather than flying back on the 13th, we're going to be there for the 13th and land back on the 14th. And then Talia had some shows booked. Again, I feel like Simon would be mad at me for saying it. No, he won't be. He won't care. Talia had a show on the 9th of May or something like that, which meant that he wouldn't either be able to go to Vegas or he'd fly back from it. And I was like, no one can miss Vegas. Obviously, Behz is, but like no one can miss Vegas. It's weird if we're not all there, so don't do that. We'll just move the trip, And then it's like back and forth. Anyway, we then moved the trip, and then it turned out Talia did a show a different day anyway. So we moved it back a week, and now my 30th is just on my own, probably having a wank, Nice. What day is that? I can help. Yeah, 13th of May. But actually, now what should I do for my birthday? I don't know what to do anymore. And also, there's no beef between the Simon and I. Have you got anything to do in the UK? Because why don't you just stay out in America and go find people to hang out with? I want to go back to. But I don't really actually have anyone in America to hang out with anymore. Yeah, no. Why don't you? All right. Well, this is a shout out. Someone in America. Randy wants some pals. As much as I love my audience and stuff and hanging out with people, I just feel like... I'm talking to other influencers, don't worry, I'm not getting you random fan hangouts. I'm not getting fun hanging out either. I don't know, but I know I don't want to be on my own because I think that's bad. Why? It feels like 30th on your own is just a bit sad. especially right now.
Yeah.
But no, sorry, traveling on my own, I wouldn't mind. But I'm saying I don't want to be. I don't want to be like, you know, that feeling when you're like, oh, should I go out? Should I not go out? I don't want to be doing that on the night of my birthday.
Well, then, what? So just get the boys. Tell the boys. Do you want dinner? I want dinner for my birthday.
We're not going to do a dinner a week after Vegas. We'll just be in Vegas.
Yes, you are. It's your fucking 30th birthday, mate. They're your mates. Obviously, just say that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'll chat to them.
You're not putting people out, mate.
You can do something low key. Like it ain't got to be everyone either. You just pick your favourite. Hey, what are you doing if they're busy?
Well, now you guys are going to be on 13 thinking, oh, is he going to call me or not?
Yeah, no, I'm expecting not to be, yeah.
I'm putting my phone on silent, mate.
You're 30, just when? You told no one?
I'm 32, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, he's 32.
That was my 32nd birthday.
When you were 30, that you didn't mention it at all?
I just thought people might know because it's a special day and no one actually bothered to reach out.
I'm pretty sure
I remember we had your birthday.
You took me to Weatherspoons and
that's
I love
nice.
That. It's a tradition.
Real friends.
Yeah.
I remember being on that flight on the way back from New York, remember? And it was your birthday.
Yeah,
with Simon and Josh. No, Simon and Josh, remember?
Yeah.
We took a little photo together.
Yeah, I remember the
Why are you not
trip.
sounding excited about it then?
I'm very excited about it.
That was a good trip. That was a fun trip.
Oh, you're just talking about the trip? I thought it wasn't my birthday on the trip.
Was it not?
I don't know.
Sorry, I've had a stinker. It wasn't. No, I on your birthday one year, I put that photo on Instagram to celebrate your birthday.
Yes, you did.
Sorry, yeah.
There you
but
go.
that was a cute picture.
The New
that was a
York
great trip.
Was, I don't know. It's like a very old school trip, and we all enjoyed it.
And we had a trip recently.
Formula E, same team trip. It was Amsterdam.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
Good.
Life will live, boys.
I
need to piss. I'm gonna die.
Hold on. Do we have someone else on that trip? Was it just us four? No, it was one more.
It was just us and
Johnny. BTS.
Oh, sorry, the Amsterdam trip. I was thinking of the American one. Yeah, we had Johnny BTS.
Yeah.
BTS.
All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. To subscribe and all that stuff. If you listen to it on audio, it might be a different audio than you used to. So, same channel, same Spotify.
If you're listening
Apple.
to this on audio and you're wondering, what does this Kon guy look like? Just imagine a really handsome version of Ryan Gosling with
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And
Jason Momoa.
No, that's going opposite direction. Anyway,
thanks for watching.
Picture that.
Yep.
Flick your bean.
Real quick.
Wazz it up.
No, wait, real quick. Leave your most harsh comments on what you felt about this. Tell us the deepest shit you can fucking say. The biggest, worst, most horrible stuff. We'd love it.
One thing I want to ask is, Ruben, on the switching, how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty good.
Do you think I need to edit anything?
Edit out my date of my wedding.
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Yeah, Kon's personal
on a reel.
Yeah, because it's very you can locate it so easy.
Sure, I want to export it all right now, so I'll do that right now.
They might shoot me. Do you know what I mean?
I hope.
Oh man, why'd you have to say that? It's fine though.
All right.
That was like the first 10 minutes.
Bye guys. Bye.
I was promised ramen. Can we go eat ramen?
Yeah, we'll go get ramen. Let's go.